The identity gap crisis. You set the goal. 6 months to build the business. 12 months to hit 6 figures. 5 months to transform your body. But here's the part nobody mentions. Your current self has zero evidence they can do this. And your brain knows it. Meet Andrea. 32 years old. Marketing coordinator wanting to become creative director. Clear goal. Zero director experience. Month 1 arrives. She updates her resume. Creative director. Applies to 15 roles. Gets 1 interview. Doesn't advance. Her brain screams during that interview. You're not qualified for this. Month 2. Another 12 applications. 2 interviews. Same result. She walks into the second interview. Looks at the panel. Realizes she's never led a creative team. Never pitched to C-suite. Never managed a campaign budget over $50,000. The interviewers ask about leadership experience. She stumbles. They know. She knows. Month 3 hits different. 27 applications total now. 3 interviews. 0 offers. She's sitting at her coordinator desk, scrolling director job postings. The gap between who she is and who she's applying to be feels massive. Her brain won't let her fake confidence anymore. Month 4. Complete motivation collapse. Maybe she's delusional. Maybe coordinators don't become directors. Maybe she should be realistic. Then something shifts. She stops applying to the end goal. Starts different. Takes on creative lead responsibilities in current role. Volunteers for the pitch no one wants. Documents every project. Builds portfolio of actual director-level work. Month 6. She's leading a rebrand. Managing 3 team members. Presenting to executives. Her brain has evidence now. Month 8. Promoted internally to senior role. Month 14. Lateral move to director at different company. Timeline. 14 months total. But she became the person at month 6. Through evidence building, here's what Stanford researchers discovered. Studying self-efficacy theory. Albert Bandura's research, published in Psychological Review, found performance accomplishments are the strongest source of efficacy beliefs. Studies tracking competence development show the brain requires mastery experiences, not just goal setting. Research demonstrates belief in capability, develops through actual capability demonstration. What psychologists call self-efficacy. Your belief in your capacity to execute behaviors necessary for specific performance achievements. Here's what people miss. Your brain won't let you become someone without evidence. You can't affirmation your way across competence gaps. The identity leap feels impossible because it is impossible. Without proof. That's not the universe blocking you. That's your brain protecting you from delusional confidence without competence backing it. When you understand identity requires evidence, you stop trying to leap and start building. Your brain will believe you when you give it proof. Evidence creates identity, not the other way around. Build the bridge with documented capability. Your brain will cross it. The skill deficit trap. You want the outcome. The business, the relationship, the body, the career, but outcomes require skills. And here's what manifestation content never addresses. You probably don't have them yet. Vision boards don't teach negotiation. Affirmations don't teach copywriting. And your brain knows the gap between what you can do and what success requires. Meet James. 26 years old. Wants to launch coaching business. Has certification. 0 client acquisition skills. Month 1. He posts inspirational content on Instagram. Motivational quotes. Transformation stories. Waits for inquiries. Gets 12 new followers. 0 client messages. Month 2. More content. Better graphics. Still waiting. Month 3 arrives. 50 posts. Total. Follower count at 108. DMs. Empty. He checks his phone constantly. Nothing. Month 4. He launches his official offer. Writes a caption about his coaching packages. Posts it. Waits. Crickets. Month 5 hits different. He's confused. He did the manifestation work. Vision board with full client roster. Daily affirmations. Visualizing success. Where are they? Month 6. Financial pressure mounting. Needs clients. Still posting. Still waiting. Still nothing. Then he sees it. A coach he follows mentions sales skills, outreach strategy, copywriting. He realizes something brutal. He has zero sales ability, can't write compelling offers, doesn't know how to run discovery calls, has never built a funnel, doesn't understand objection handling. Month 7 through 9. Everything changes. He stops posting inspirational content, starts learning direct outreach, studies sales conversations, practices offer crafting, takes a copywriting course. Months 8 and 9. He sends 50 outreach messages, gets 15 conversations, converts 3. Month 10. First paying client. From outreach skill application, not manifestation. Month 12. 5 clients. Month 16. Waitlist. Timeline. 16 months total. 10 wasted avoiding skill development. Here's what researchers at Michigan State discovered studying deliberate practice. Anders Ericsson's work, published in Psychological Science, shows the 10,000-hour rule is widely misinterpreted. Quality practice beats time. Studies at Carnegie Mellon tracking skill acquisition identified 3 phases: cognitive, associative, autonomous. Research demonstrates skills develop through focused, feedback-driven practice. What psychologists call deliberate practice, intentional skill development, with immediate feedback and progressive difficulty increases. Here's what people miss. Outcomes are downstream from skills. You don't manifest six-figure business. You develop the skills that generate 6 figures. Then the outcome follows naturally. That's not lack of alignment. That's lack of skill. Your manifestation isn't blocked. Your competence is underdeveloped. When you identify which skills your goal requires, you stop waiting for cosmic delivery and start deliberate development. List the skills. Learn them systematically. Your brain will achieve what your skills can execute. Build competence. Results follow. The discomfort avoidance pattern. Your goal requires uncomfortable conversations, cold outreach, visibility, rejection, failure, awkwardness, and every single day you find reasons to do literally anything else. You call it waiting for the right time, trusting divine timing, letting things unfold naturally. Psychology calls it discomfort avoidance, dressed up spiritually. Meet Lisa, 29 years old, building freelance design business, needs clients, terrified of outreach. Month 1. She works on her portfolio, perfects every project presentation, tweaks layouts, refines case studies, tells herself she's preparing. Month 2 arrives. Portfolio looks amazing. But she finds issues. Redesigns 3 project pages. Still not ready. Month 3. She rebuilds her entire website. New color scheme. Better copy. More professional. Month 4 through 6. Takes 2 more design courses. Learns new software. Expands capabilities. Still hasn't sent a single pitch. Month 7. Website rebuild again. Different platform. Smoother experience. Month 8 hits. She's broke. Portfolio perfect. Skills sharp. Client count, 0. 8 months of preparation. 0 outreach attempts. 0 income. Then month 9 arrives. Financial desperation. Rent due, no choice left. She writes her first cold email. Hands actually shaking. Hovers over send. Closes her eyes. Clicks it. Survives. Nothing catastrophic happens. Sends 5 more that week. Month 10. First rejection email arrives. Reads it. Realizes something profound. It didn't kill her. She's still breathing. Still capable. Sends 20 more pitches. Month 11. Outreach attempt 17. Reply, let's schedule a call. First client. From the skill she avoided for 8 months. Month 14. Consistent income. All from outreach. Timeline. 14 months total. 8. Wasted in avoidance. Here's what Yale researchers discovered studying fear responses. Brain imaging, published in Nature Neuroscience, shows the amygdala activates intensely during uncertainty and social rejection scenarios. Studies on exposure therapy demonstrate fear reduces through repeated experience. Research tracking approach avoidance conflict reveals goal paralysis when threat perception exceeds opportunity perception. What psychologists call amygdala hijack, your fear response overriding executive function, keeping you frozen in preparation mode instead of action mode. Here's what people miss. Your goal lives on the other side of the exact discomfort you're avoiding. The universe isn't blocking you. Your amygdala is protecting you from perceived threat that isn't actually dangerous. That's not divine timing. That's your amygdala keeping you comfortable. Success requires doing scary things repeatedly until they're not scary. When you recognize avoidance patterns, you stop spiritualizing fear and start exposure training. Do the uncomfortable thing once, then again. Your amygdala will recalibrate through exposure. Discomfort is temporary. Avoidance is permanent. Take the first scary action today, the environment override. You're trying to become disciplined while your roommate orders takeout nightly. Build a business while your family questions every decision. Get fit while your friends mock meal prep. And you wonder why willpower keeps failing. Because you're trying to override your environment with individual effort. Neuroscience says you'll lose that battle every time. Meet Rachel. 27 years old. Building morning routine for productivity. Living with night owl partner. And party-focused roommates. Month 1. Sets alarm for 6 a.m. Wakes up. Hears roommates still awake from the night before. Music playing. Conversation loud. Goes back to sleep. Tries again next day. Same situation. Gets up despite noise. Makes coffee. Roommate stumbles in at 6:30, asks why she's up so early, microwave popcorn at dawn. Routine derailed. Week 1. 4 successful mornings. 3 failures. Month 2. Roommate hosts late-night gathering. Music until 3 a.m. Her alarm goes off at 6. Impossible. Sleeps through. Week 2 of Month 2. Another party. Another failed morning. Month 3. She's fighting her environment daily. Willpower versus chaos. Month 4. 17 successful mornings across 90 days. 19% consistency. Month 5. Gives up. Blames herself. Calls herself undisciplined. Month 6. Everything changes. Moves to studio apartment. No roommates. No partner. No late-night disruptions. Controls her space completely. Month 7. Sets alarm. Wakes up. Silence. Makes coffee. No interruptions. Day 2. Same. Day 3. Same. Week 1. 7 successful mornings. Week 2. 7 more. Month 7 total. 30-day streak. 0 willpower struggle. Environment supporting instead of sabotaging. Month 9. Morning routine automatic. Timeline. 9 months total. 5 wasted fighting environment instead of changing it. Here's what Stanford researchers discovered studying behavioral design. Research published in the Journal of Environmental Psychology shows environmental structure outperforms willpower consistently. Studies tracking social environment impact found surrounding behaviors shape individual behavior more than personal intention. Mirror neuron research demonstrates unconscious behavioral mimicry, what psychologists call environmental determinism. Your surroundings shaping your behavior automatically, often overriding conscious goals through friction and social pressure. Here's what people miss. Your environment programs your behavior more than your goals do. Willpower is finite. Environmental design is automatic. Change your surroundings or your surroundings change you. That's not lack of discipline. That's environmental friction overpowering willpower. Your brain defaults to what's easiest in your environment. When you design environment instead of fighting it, behavior becomes automatic. Audit your environment today. What's making your goal harder? Remove friction. Add support. Your brain will follow the path of least resistance. Make the right path easiest. Change your space. Your behavior will follow. The feedback loop blindness. You've been working toward your goal for months. Maybe you're getting closer. Maybe you're moving sideways. Maybe you're actually getting worse. But here's the problem. You have no idea which one is true. Because you're not measuring anything. You're operating on feelings, vibes, and hope. And your brain is terrible at self-assessment without data. Meet David, 31 years old, building YouTube channel, posting twice weekly, feeling like he's improving, getting same view counts for 8 months. Month 1. His videos average 800 views. Feels good. Momentum building. Month 2. Still around 800 views per video. Assumes it takes time. Month 3. 700 to 900 range. Calls it consistency. Month 4 arrives. 800 views average. Unchanged. Doesn't analyze why. Just keeps posting. Month 5. 750 average. Slightly declining. Doesn't notice. Focused on effort, not outcome. Month 6. Still posting twice weekly. 800 views again. Month 7. 700 views. Month 8. 750 average. He's actually declining while assuming progress. Zero metric analysis. Working completely blind. Then, month 9. Financial pressure. Needs monetization. Finally examines analytics. Discovers brutal truth. Average view duration 32%. Terrible retention. Thumbnails getting 1 to 2% click-through rate. Catastrophic. Topics completely misaligned with subscriber interests. 8 months of effort. No improvement. Because no measurement. Month 10. Everything changes. Redesigns thumbnails based on CTR data. Studies which thumbnails actually work. Creates content around high-retention topics. Uses analytics to guide decisions. Month 11. Averaging 1,800 views. Retention up to 41%. Month 12. 3,000 views average. 48% retention. Timeline. 12 months total. 8 wasted. Operating without feedback loops. Here's what Carnegie Mellon researchers discovered studying skill development. Studies published in Cognitive Science show practice without feedback creates plateau, not progress. Research tracking learning curves demonstrates improvement requires measurement and adjustment cycles. Meta-analyses comparing intuition-based versus data-driven approaches found data-guided iteration succeeds at rates 3 times higher. What psychologists call illusory superiority, systematically overestimating your performance without objective measurement, creating confidence in non-existent improvement. Here's what people miss. Effort without measurement is guesswork. Your brain's self-assessment is notoriously inaccurate. You need objective feedback to course correct. Feelings lie. Data doesn't. That's not progress. That's effort without measurement, creating progress illusion. Track metrics. Your brain can't improve what it doesn't measure. When you implement feedback loops, you see reality clearly. Identify your key metrics today. Track them weekly. Adjust based on actual data, not perception. Your brain will optimize what it can track. Create measurement systems now. Improvement follows measurement. Always. The identity integration point. There's a moment, usually months in, where the person you're becoming and the person you were finally merge. The actions that felt forced become automatic. The identity you were faking becomes real. The skills you were developing become natural. And suddenly you're not trying to become the person your goals need. You are that person. But most people quit 3 weeks before this integration happens. Meet Elena, 28 years old, becoming confident public speaker after lifetime of social anxiety. Month 1. First presentation at work. Prepares for 3 days straight. Rehearses 40 times. Takes beta blockers. Gets through it. Feels like performance. Month 2. Another presentation. Same anxiety. Same preparation intensity. Still feels fake. Month 3. Volunteers for client presentation. Requires 2 full days of mental preparation. Delivers it. Exhausted afterward from the emotional labor. Month 4. Team meeting presentation. Slightly less preparation needed. Still feels like she's pretending to be confident. Still forcing it. Month 5 arrives. Board presentation. High stakes. 3 days of anxiety management before. Gets through it successfully. But the effort feels unsustainable. Month 6. Department update. Still feeling like imposter. Wondering if it ever gets easier. Month 7. Major client pitch. Considers backing out. Feels like she's constantly faking confidence. Exhausting herself pretending. Questions if this is worth it. Month 8. Scheduled to speak at company-wide event. Almost cancels. Forces herself to show up. Walks on stage. Something's different. She realizes mid-presentation. She's not forcing anymore. Confidence feels natural. Words flowing without rehearsal panic. The anxiety that defined months 1 through 7? Gone. Or rather, transformed into normal pre-speech energy. Not terror. Just aliveness. Month 9. Client asks her to present. She volunteers without anxiety spike, no 3-day preparation ritual, just normal prep. Month 11. Realizes the identity shift happened sometime around month 8. She just didn't notice the exact moment. Timeline. 11 months from forcing to automatic. Nearly quit at month 7. 3 months before integration. Here's what researchers studying automaticity discovered. A study published in the European Journal of Social Psychology found habit formation requires an average of 66 days, but ranges from 18 to 254 days depending on complexity. Research on identity formation shows self-concept updates to match consistent actions over time. Neuroplasticity studies demonstrate new neural pathways becoming default through sustained repetition. What psychologists call automaticity behaviors becoming unconscious through repetition, requiring no willpower or conscious effort after sufficient practice duration. Here's what people miss. Integration happens gradually, then suddenly. You won't feel the exact moment. You'll look back and realize it already happened. The struggle doesn't last forever. Your brain will make it automatic. That's not endless effort. That's the integration period before automaticity. Your brain is rewiring. The new identity is forming. You're closer than you think. You're not trying to become someone forever. You're rewiring until the new you becomes default. Your goal requires a person. Become them through evidence, skill, discomfort exposure, environment design, feedback measurement, and time. The integration point is coming. Your brain will make you into who your goals need. The person you're becoming is forming beneath the surface right now. Keep building. Keep showing up. The automatic version of you is closer than it feels. Integration is the reward for not quitting. Stay until you become. Tell me in the comments which step hit you hardest today. And if you want more content that exposes the myths and reveals what actually works, make sure to subscribe so you won't miss the next one.